have done is look through the papers to see if the particular application that we need has been reported for that antibody.
Look through papers or ask colleagues.
I think still comes down to publication data that is associated with the antibodies that they have.
I would go to the published articles, look to see exactly what the researchers did and in what format.
I usually don't believe their data because we've also had experience where, looking at a particular protein, you go to the vendor website, you see the Western blot that corresponds to their antibody to this protein, and it's a different molecular weight.
There's always the kind of reminder that it is a company and they're trying to sell something. So the data that they're providing on the website, to me, the way I see it, this might be a personal thing, but when I see that, that's just me telling them that at least it works, potentially, that it does its job in some way, but it's not usually the best demonstration of the overall experience.
I mean, the company's goal is to sell the antibody, so they always wanted to present the best result. But as we know that there could be a lot of factors that affects, I guess, the performance of the antibody, and then it really comes down to how your protocol is run, or how your protocol is set up, and how your experiments run.
I would say more often than not, their validation, whether it be immunochemistry or Western blot, they don't use the tissues that I would be interested in. For example, let's say they might show a representative Western blot for cells, but I'm interested in a specific type of tissue. Or let's say they may show a picture for immunohistochemistry, but I'm more interested in doing Western blotting.
I think that would be really, really nice because even if I see something on a vendor's website that they've validated an antibody for some sort of application that we'd be interested in, I still like to go see the publication, because in the publication you might have more information, like what does the isotype control look like compared to what the antibody staining looks like.
It makes it much easier than sifting through the literature, and perhaps one lab uses this one protein all the time, so you don't know what antibody is being used by what lab. So it helps to it definitely help, because it would provide the information for you without you having to search it out.
I think that would be great. I think that'll be very helpful tools for, I guess, for us researchers to reduce the time for us to research on the antibodies that we know.
I think it would be extremely beneficial. There are some vendors like Abcam where they will actually put the title of the published papers that have used their product. But then you still need to go to PubMed or another source and get the paper and go through it. If there were links to the papers that actually use these antibodies, and perhaps even some indication of what they use the antibodies for. For example, they use this antibody with this technique in this tissue, that would certainly simplify the search process.
Wow, that's really nice. Yeah, I mean, this is exactly, this would save, I think, a lot of time, because, with one click you have all the data that's associated with Western fluorescence, immunohistochemistry. So
It's nicely designed, right? So it's kind of pleasing, and I think this part is key here, just having the ability to quickly go through, like, for example, what technique you're going to use this antibody for, which is great.
I think this is really great. That it will definitely make life easier for us to look for the performance of the antibody.
This would certainly, yes, This certainly would make things easier. This would make things a lot easier. It takes a lot of time to find a new antibody and then validate whether or not it will be useful.